This is Thomas Goodwin, Positive Vibes Enterprise, and the subject today is my dumbbell swing exercise. I hope it's on, but here we go. I'm going to be doing my stretching first. This is my low stretching, where I'm stretching my back and my legs. Okay, I do this a number of times. Then I get up and I do this side to side stretching. This stretching I developed from running because I got a pain in my side. So this is Positive Vibes Enterprise in case this tape came on late. And so this is and I'm doing my dumbbell swing today. And this stretching right here is important because I got pain in the side of my leg once from running, which probably was a nerve. So the stretching is important because it loosens the muscles. You don't want nerves or even tendons or ligaments or something to be too tight to rub. You get tendonitis and all kinds of things if you don't stretch. And one of the things about stretching, be careful. These are dynamic stretches, which means they're moving stretches. And they're the type that a lot of times athletes might use before they do something. They do that kind of loosening up stretching. And you always have to be careful when you stretch because you can get hurt. I'm not doing anything that's really uncomfortable for me to do. It's just loosening up my muscles and getting myself ready. Okay, I may be losing track of what I'm doing, but you can see I'm doing a variety of stretches. And so that my body will, and I'm also doing a warm-up for my dumbbell swing. This is the first warm-up. I'll have another one. Okay, let's see. I did this, then I do this. I get distracted because usually I don't talk when I do this. So you'll get indication. And the reason I do the stretching and all and the warm-up is because this is a real intense exercise I'm going to do. And my body has to be ready. So important, my body is ready. Okay, and I do my squat. I get down, I do this one more time. I almost forgot one of my others, but I'll maybe not in sequence. This is the one where I lift my legs and I do some leg exercises. Stretching exercise, dynamic stretching exercises. One thing about doing the dumbbell swing exercise that you have to remember is that it is a really intense exercise. So anybody else doing it took me 4.5 years to get conditioned to do this. I've been doing it for 4.5 years. And when I started, I wasn't very good conditioned to begin with. So it's not something one's going to get into very quickly, and you might do better to start with lighter weights. And I mean, you can do it no weights, like this is a dumbbell swing. It's a barbarian dumbbell swing that I do. This is what it looks like. And I do rapid breathing, which is 15 breaths in and out per dumbbell swing, and I can show you that. So you can see that's how my breathing is going to go. So I'm going to be doing 15 in and out. Now, when it comes to the breathing, you're not going to be able to do that breathing right off the bat when you're doing the dumbbell swings because I've been training my breathing forever. And when you're doing it I've been doing it before doing the dumbbell swing exercise. I've been doing it decades, doing meditative walking. And I'm developing my breathing. So that's another thing. So you might want to just go or even, which is more, when you're doing less breathing, it has less of a meditative effect. It's easier on you spiritual. The fact that I do the breathing exercise makes it more intense spiritually. And it's not only the hyperventilation, which changes the blood and creating, removing more carbonic acid and making your blood more alkaline. I mean, the hyperventilation changes your chemistry, but another thing that changes will affect you is the rapid breathing has a neurological effect. It puts you in a more intense state because your nerves are charged up by the fact you're doing it so intensely. So it puts you in a very hypervigilant type state. Okay, now I'll move on to my next thing, which will be my warm-up with the dumbbell. And the warm-up is so important because it's such an intense exercise, I have to say again, that you don't want to jump into it until your body's ready for it. So I do this exercise. I try to exercise a whole lot of my different muscles I use. So you can see this is doing the biceps a little bit. I better move forward so I don't hit what's behind me. And this is the, more of a tricep, a backward swing. Then I can move a little bit now. This is obviously overhead, which of course is doing the triceps again in a different way. So you just get a whole lot of different muscles. And it's good because it gives me extra strength. And it's always good to have extra strength so you don't get injured as easily. And it's a good warm-up. And you see this, where I catch it. So this is kind of an interesting exercise to be able to swing your arms to the side like this real well with a 20. This is a 20-pound weight, by the way, that I'm using, and that's it. And it's a weight that if I use a heavier one, I would not be able to do it without getting sore because I'd go out of the aerobic mode and I'd go into the anaerobic and soreness would resolve. Okay. I'm getting there. We'll be doing the dumbbell swing before you know it. And one of the things, before you do any exercise program, you should check with your doctor or medical professional and make sure that you're able to handle it. And a lot of times with these exercises, you have to have done things for a while in a direction in a physical way, so your intuition is good, so you know what your body can handle. A lot of things are risky no matter what you do, and so you have to develop an ability to read your body real well, develop your intuitive sense of what your body can handle. And that takes a while. That's why you can't jump into. I think the meditative walk and the other meditative exercises you really need to do first to quite a degree to develop the body connection. I'm doing running now too, so I have a pretty intense exercise program. Okay, I'm going to get a drink of water now because I'm about to do my swings. Try to get air bubbles out of me because they can be very bothersome. When you're breathing, doing your diaphragm real rapidly, it pushes air bubbles out. So I try to work them out. Okay, the time is 10:58. Let's see if I can get myself ready for to do the dumbbell swings at 10:59, and it'll be 5 minutes after when I'm done. I have to have that down pat. And I guess I have enough time to do this. I'm making sure. Let me get myself in the right position here so that I can get good camera position. Okay, I think I'm all right. Don't want to bump into anything. We have tight cords. Okay, here we go.
Hi everyone, this is Michelle. As Tom is doing his dumbbell swings, I want to talk a little bit about the fine line. You have to really trust your intuition. You have to be careful, but it also brings you into balance with your senses, and it really pushes the edge when it comes to the intensity of the diaphragm breathing mixed with the dumbbell swings. This exercise is the core of Tom's spiritual meditative trainings. It is to focus with real intensity in the moment of pain and difficulties. It's crisis training. It gives you a relevancy of what you're doing in the moment to persevere through pain with the clarity spiritually to handle such hard focus and training. It's important to always work up to this. Tom is amazing as far as how much he's developed this dumbbell swing. And it is amazing that while we sit here watching, understanding that diaphragm, the way he is using his diaphragm, most people would probably pass out of hyperventilating. So it is totally hard work, and knowing what is the fine line of yourself, where the balance is, and how far you can push yourself. Of course, nutrition's important. This exercise deals with stress and how to handle stress in the mundane spiritual world of chaos, when you can find emotions that are really hard to deal with. This exercise helps with that clarity, helps give you that perception of what to do in those crisis moments. And that's why it's so unique in a training, because it is literally preparing you for obstacles and dangers in the real life, giving you that understanding, that pushing the edge, pushing yourself to that spiritual edge is going to give you that resilience and motivation to strive for better things in your life spiritually and around you, law of attraction physically. The health and emotional state it takes to do this is why it is the core exercise. And it bleeds into all the other meditative walks and things that you do, because it's literally that crisis state of fight or flight in your body that Tom is controlling right now. And it really improves your spontaneous, right at the moment, handling crisis perception. Also, I want to mention that with the breathing, it allows the control clarity to really connect with your body and what intense works it takes, what strength and focus it takes to pull off something on your body that's so extreme, that gives you so much benefit of a controlled state in any chaotic crisis situation you might come across. and I will mention again that you need to take time to condition your body to do such an extreme exercise as this.
Okay. I gotta keep moving because once you end this exercise, you have to do a cool down. You have to be careful because it's an intense exercise. My heart is not perfect, so I do not stop moving if I can help it right away. I'm gonna start doing my stretching down low first. I'm repeating the same sequence I did before here. I don't have to do the weights because afterwards you don't need, it's more needed for warm up to get ready, not needed afterwards. But I have to do something. This is my cool down, keep my body moving so that my heart rate can slow down safely from I'd probably get very close to a maximum heart rate. And I played with maximum heart rate, pushing the limits all of my life pretty much. I was an athlete in my late 30s where I was pushing it extremely hard. So I'm used to it. You're looking at a 65-year-old, by the way. A lot of people don't believe my age, but I lost weight to avoid the Vietnam War in 1971, and I went in the service when there was no problem with the war in 1973 in the Navy Reserve. So I am definitely 65 years old, and that just shows you that if you work on training yourself spiritual, you'll have a quality of life for a long time, provided you don't have genetic problems or something you have to stop you. Most people, if they are able to get fit, will last quite a while. I'm not that unusual, even in the direction of what my body can do physically, even though I am unusual in the sense that I'm neurologically different. My finer motor skills are limited, and that goes along with limited visual memory. So I was born differently able. But you can see my diaphragm has no neurological limitations, and that's not really against the finer motor skill. It's more the fingers and the extremities that deal with the finer motor skills and some of the muscles. But I have some muscles that work really well, so my diaphragm, my neurological intensity, because I can't do something neurologically, I guess transferred to my diaphragm very readily. But that doesn't mean an ordinary person can't do it. It's just that I'm more likely to push in that direction because of my limitations. So, continuing my stretching. In other words, not everybody's going to be able to do in my intense dumbbell swings and things. It's not for everybody to be able to do. But the meditative walking and some of the other things, some of the easier exercises, they'll keep you very, very fit in a later year. You don't have to do what I'm doing to do it. I don't want you to get a misimpression, because what I'm doing is really pushing the edge. And that's what makes me so good spiritually, because when you push the edge and you get comfortable with it, it gives you that sharpness that tunes you in spiritually. When you're on the edge, you need your psychic radar to be working, and it's going to have a tendency to get to intensify because of the visual state you're in. Okay, I think I covered that, and I usually do this next. I have pretty good balance because of all the meditative walking I do, which puts me in an altered state when I'm walking, and I have to have real good my movement has to be such that in a meditative state I won't fall over. So I have real good balance as a result of that, which may show, a little bit in me doing this, that I have balance. Okay, go back to this once more. But this is my cool down, because I don't want anything to, I want my heart to be ready. I used to push myself really hard, and I'd come home and I wouldn't do this, and I had to do a breathing exercise to make up for it, because my heart would be telling me that rhythm wasn't working right, and I have good intuition, so I sensed that, and I just kept doing the breathing until my heart settled. But I don't have to do that when I'm doing the the stretching. And the thing with the stretching is, I say, it helps with tendonitis, helps with nerve, helps with a lot of things. People that don't stretch a lot of times, and they say they will get hurt when they stretch. You don't have to get hurt. The dynamic stretch is different than the type of stretch, other type of stretch. In other words, you don't do the stretch to hurt yourself. You just do it to loosen it up and so forth. Because so many people use chiropractors and other people to help them when they're exercising and training. And I never could afford them, and I wouldn't trust them because I'm not very flexible, and I'm afraid they'll pull me too far because I'm so unusual the way my body is. So I don't trust chiropractors because of my unusual characteristic. Not that they aren't good. They work very well for most people. It's just that people that's unusual to me are hard to deal with. So that's why I do the stretching and all, because I cannot afford to, do these other kinds of interventions to make sure, my body functioning well. I have to do them myself. And that's why I train myself that way. Now I'll go back to doing this. Yeah. And then I do my side to side again, which, as I said, this is from running because I had a pain in the side of one of my legs related to neurological, and doing this stretch loosens up certain parts. I don't have it exactly figured out. I'm not a person that knows all the details, but I know it works. I do a lot of things that I may not know all the exact reasons. I just explain it in a general way. When I want scientists and people that know it to be able to explain it better. It's not for me to know everything. It's for me to know what counts when it comes to what I'm trying to develop spiritually. We all have our limitations. We need to focus in the area that we're most capable. And if we focus on too much, we're not going to be able to go really deep. But you can use your intuition, and you don't necessarily have to know everything. You just have to know the thing that counts the most. And that's what I did. Okay, well, this is Positive Vibes Enterprise. The subject today was dumbbell swing exercise. And as I say, one of the things you have to always remember when you exercise intensely, you have to do it as careful as you do it intensely. A lot of people don't realize how careful you have to be. At least I'm not putting balls through hoops or doing crazy stunts when I'm doing it. I can focus all my energy making sure I don't get hurt and I do it correctly. That's the benefit of doing a meditative exercise where you focus on your body a lot while you're doing it so you don't hurt yourself. And I've been very good at doing exercise programs and not hurting myself and pushing the edge. But you do it enough over a long enough period of time, you get good at it. And I've been pushing the edge all my life till I get better. And that's how you get good at it. You push the edge and you become very visual and you pay attention. You know you're pushing the edge, you focus on it. You're not talking to somebody while you're doing it, which is, notice I was quiet. If I was talking to somebody when I was doing the dumbbell thing, I'd probably hit myself in the head with a dumbbell. So you see, I can't do that kind of stuff. I have to have all my focus where it is. Okay, this is Positive Vibes Enterprise. Thank you for watching. Please spread the word and subscribe to our YouTube channel.